Namaste, friends. Welcome to this gentle yoga practice. Come to your mat in a comfortable seated position. Bring your hands to heart center, slightly bowing your head in reverence to you, to your heart, your essence. You are a sacred being, nothing less. Just breathe in this knowing. Breathe out anything to the contrary. Breathe in the knowing, your true nature. Breathe out the conditioning of culture, of family, of society, religion that tells you different. Breathe. Peace. And to wiggle a bit, start to lift the chin, open your eyes to the sky. Take your hands, still connected, over third eye center, then open, clearing your perception. Further clearing any distortions, any illusions about the wholeness of your being. Breathe up, connect to the truth, exhale, release lies. Inhale, up, open, clear, exhale to the earth. Hands to the knees, and begin to sway the body back and forth. Just a yummy little half circle. Really moving into the shoulders, sides, belly, back, hips. Enjoy the little flow. And then come through center, round up the spine, tall again, unwinding the legs and pressing the feet forward, hands to the knees for some love. Then hands to the heart, lace the fingers, press out from the heart and around the spine. Bring them back in, palms to chest. Exhale, flip the hands and extend. Inhale, tall. Exhale, round. You can also point and flex the feet with this movement. Move with the breath. Now inhale, tall. Reach to the soles of the feet. Hands overhead and circle. Clearing Sahasrara chakra, the crown center. As we continue to open the heart. Purify the heart of all the deception. Inhale and reach. Now we're going to stretch the shoulders open here. Bend the left elbow down, right elbow to the sky. Press your head into the right upper arm. Stay really tall through your posture here. Front ribs tucked in, flexing the feet, toes open to the sky. Dandasana is staff pose, the seated pose, and adding this big chest expansion, shoulder opener. Go ahead and switch to the other side. See how that top elbow is over the shoulder. The bottom elbow drops out towards the ground. Soft jaw, soft eyes. Big breath. Now play here, reaching up a little bit more and back. And then let go. Hands return towards the earth. Under the knees, hugging the legs back in to Baddha Konasana, bound angle, and rock side to side. Weeble wobble time. I love this movement. Feels so good. And yes, I'm listening to some Zach, favorite musician, as I play with our practice circle and extend the left leg. Right leg stays hugged in. And then we're going to reach that left leg strong. Move over to the right into a side bend. And then inhale tall, turn towards the extended leg, take a bow. We do this 3 times. Inhale up through center, right hand to the earth, left hand overhead, side bend. And then forward fold with the breath. Inhaling tall, exhaling into the side bend. Inhaling tall and exhaling into the forward fold. Hang out here. Reach the fingertips out towards the earth. Keep the right leg, that bent leg, pressing down a bit. Feel both sit bones. You want to feel very rooted in the earth so that you can open that lower back, open the hamstrings, down through the left calf, sole of the left foot, through the back, relax the neck, hang the head. And wiggle in a little more before lifting the head and coming tall. Now press the right hand to the earth, lift up off your seat. Big, beautiful side bend opening. So fun. You can leave that out. We're going to turn and kind of twist behind us in between. Again, just 3 movements like so, sitting and twisting, lifting and extending. And if this feels too complicated, leave it out. Come back to bound angle, wiggle side to side, rocking. And extend the right leg, tuck the left in, heel to the seat. Rotate the leg 3 times each direction. I like the pigtails. Side bend to the left. Reach out over the right. Inhale, tall. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, tall. Exhale, fold. One more side bend. Inhale, tall. You can drop all the way to the elbow here. Really reach. Inhale, tall, and then set yourself up for this seated forward fold. If the bent leg, if that hip is really tight, you can put a block under the knee or a pillow, blanket under. You'll notice I'm seated on the edge of my blanket, using a blanket for your seated warm-ups and cool downs is just smart yoga. It just helps the pelvis balance, helps you to lift and lengthen the spine. Use the support you have, just like in life, use the support you have, friends, family, community. When you're ready, inhale, tall, lift the heart, come out. And then those 3 little lifts and twists. Lift up, it's almost like a modified side plank here, and then sitting, twisting towards that extended leg and beyond. I love this movement. Come through center. Final seated warm up. A wide bound angle. So soles of the feet are together. Push the feet a good distance away. You'll see mine are off the edge of my mat, circling the torso a few times in each direction. And pull the feet in about a medium seat here, not all the way into the crotch. Reach back nice and tall, middle fingers. Come to the floor behind you while the shoulders are still over the hips, but the hands are back behind the shoulders. Then start to lean back. Fingertips are facing forward. Land onto the heels of your hands. Spin your elbow creases forward and hug your shoulder blades together. You'll see here, sending my head back, I'm going to lift my chin to protect the neck. Open the chest and then push the pelvis forward. Move your belly towards your low belly, especially towards your feet. Feeling that big arch in the lower back. Opening the low ribs. Nice. Press up onto the fingertips again to come out. flip the palms to the sky. Middle fingers connect to the thumbs. And just pause. Breathe. Release into the peace of your open heart. And now join me in table pose. Take your time to get there. Hands under the shoulders, wrists line up right under the shoulders. Knees right under the hip joints. Weight in the left hand, flip your right hand under, stretch the wrist. Don't put weight on that flipped hand. Just gently release into it for a little stretch. Try the other side. Right hand presses down, left hand flips under. Notice how I always keep the back of my head lifted, neutral spine, almost a flat back. Now arch the spine, lift the chin, heart, hips, hold for one round of breath. Now round the spine, tuck the chin, round up through the whole back, tuck your tailbone under, hold for a round of breath. Feel back to your neutral spine and extend the left leg at hip height, no further. Hold for 3 breaths. So heel is in line with the left hip joint. Stay there or extend the right arm, palm towards the midline, middle finger really reaches, 3 breaths. Or just keep that right hand on the ground. Try the other side, but first plant the hands. Right leg extends back for 3 breaths. Draw the low ribs up and in. If you want, extend the left arm, spinal balancing. Powerful strength building, but you're reaching, you're extending, your flexibility is enhanced here as well. Come back down. We'll sink back to the heels. Stay tall in the fingertips, neutral spine, and turn both palms up towards the sky, facing forward. Wiggle a bit if you like. Then hands back to the earth. Table pose. Extend the left leg again. And we're going to flow here. Exhale, rounding the spine. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round. Inhale, extend. So work in the belly one more time, like this. And then you can stay with just the leg or add in the opposite arm, elbow to knee. Good. Round as much as you can, extend as much as you can. Good. Pressing down in the top of the right foot for support. Move to the other side, right leg extends and hugs in and extends and hugs in. Once more, just like that. And then add the left arm. You always have choices. Here we get a little bit of a crunch with a little bit of a twist. Knee to center, elbow to center. Once again, back to child's pose. This time full on, knees wide. Slide the hands forward. Then we'll take a side bend. Left hand off the right edge of the mat. Extending, right hand can come next to the right leg. Drop the head to the mat or a block. Lift your head. Spin over to the other side. I love side bends in child's pose. So good. Beautiful. And come on out. We're going to bring our tall blocks in. This is, technically our working phase of the practice. So you can add on if you like. You can keep it a little softer if you like. Step forward to a low lunge, left leg first. And just kind of melt there to the front leg, to the right hip flexor. Press the top of the right foot down and then step the blocks back. Get tall. Shoulders over the hip joints. Reach up or keep your fingertips on the blocks for support. You got it. Left knee is in line with the left hip. Sink a little more in the pelvis. Then fingertips to the blocks. Turn the right toes under, prop to a high lunge. Good. Stepping that right heel in and down. Warrior One stance. Lengthen, flat back. Then bring the hands up to just above the knee. Walk them back into the hip crease, drawing the shoulders back a little more. Stay there or reach out and up. Virabhadrasana. Warrior One, breathe deep, sink into the front knee, the outer edge of the back foot. Big belly breaths. Right hand comes to the back leg, stretch back with the upper arm. Reverse warrior. Start to come tall, straightening the front leg, reaching forward with the left arm. Bow out towards that front leg, left hand to the left block, which is just outside that front leg. Open from the low belly. Roll open towards the sky. Two triangle. Don't let that right arm pull back too much. Nice line, top hand to bottom hand. Chin turns towards the sky, and let's come out. Bending the front leg into that high lunge, and then lowering slowly to the low lunge. Sink back, half split. Slide that left leg. It's hard to see here, but that left leg is off the edge of the mat, toes pointing away from the mat. Reach over to the right. The left leg is bent. I'm just going to sweep my top arm a moment, and then just going to kind of move into the left hip here. Good. Sorry you can't see this now. You'll see it better on the right side. Good. Now bring both blocks up ahead. Sink back to wide leg child's pose. If you wanted, you could always prop up to downward dog, yogi's choice. Always make sure those choices come from that knowing of your wholeness, your fullness, your love essence. Beautiful. Let's step that right foot forward. Same sequence on the other side. Lovely little low lunge. Ajna Asana. Low lunge. Get a little taller here, reaching up. Melting the pelvis. Forward and down. Grounding into that back foot. Take your time to release. Turn the left toes under. Straighten the left leg. Think about the left thigh bone rising to the sky. Nice neutral spine. Tall on the blocks. Turn the left foot. Heel in and down. Press up to Warrior One. Remember that front knee wants to stay over the front ankle or a little behind it. You don't want to go past it. Start to bring yourself taller. Finding a place to hang out for a few breaths. Full Warrior One. Where the hands can be at the heart, the hips, the front thigh. You can look ahead or look up. Find that balance in this big engagement. Don't strain. Left hand to the back of the left thigh. A little deeper bend in the front knee. Reach back with the right arm, open the side body. Inhale, tall through center. Extend the right leg straight, right arm forward and to that outer block. Triangle pose. Use the blocks. Use your props. Nothing to prove. I see people reaching down for the front ankle or the toes in triangle all the time, and they have no business doing so because they're shortening the lower side body. They're overstretching the front hamstrings, not getting that even stretch down both legs. They're straining. You want to always find the ease. Take your time to come back to a high lunge here, very mindful. Notice that nice line from my back heel up to the left hip to the left shoulder. Drop the back knee, straighten the front. And then here you can see, taking what was the front leg out to the side, knee bent, and taking a little side bend there. I brought the left block over to my side to stay propped up tall. And then here's a little circling, a little playfulness in the pose. Back to both knees. Again, wide or regular width to your knees for child's pose. Or if it's your preference in this moment, downward dog. And go ahead, take your time to come to your seat and take your blanket and roll it. You can do a bigger roll or a more narrow roll. But we're going to put this, a little lumbar support. I'm going to put this under, behind us as we're seated, knees bent, and roll down over it so that your butt is still on the ground, but you have an accentuated lumbar curve. So you have that support there. It's a little mini bolster. Cactus the arms. So they're bent 90-degree angle. Elbows at the height of the shoulders, palms towards the sky, or you can touch those middle fingers to the thumb tips. Working with that mudra. Chin tucks towards the chest, neck relaxes, and just breathe here for a minute. Oh, let the earth support you. Let your back go into that little bolster. Extend the right leg. We're going to sway it out and in a few times, just floating barely off the ground. And keeping the butt on the ground. Lift the right leg into the sky. It'll be tougher to do with this lumbar roll. Wardrobe adjustments. Don't worry if you can't get the heel over the hip. You can keep the knee bent. Then we'll bend it together. Put the outer right ankle to the left knee. Press the right thigh open. Bring your left hand to your heart and hang out here. I want you to connect these two energy centers. Actually three. The root chakra, the right leg. Gently stretching the right hip, second chakra, and heart center. Anahata, fourth chakra. Breathe in the peace. Breathe in the peace. Breathe in the peace. Release. 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 Nice. Extend the arms. Wiggle the hips to the right and drop the legs left, touching down with the right toes to the earth, or my preference, prop that right foot up on a block. So you're keeping your figure four of reclined pigeon, this leg positioning, but you're taking your reclined spinal twist. If the low back pulls or the hips are tight, that's when you want to add that block, or just to make it softer. There's no need to always be pushing to the edges. That pushing comes from that place of forgetting our true nature of divineness. Just be open, be soft. Sometimes that deepening will be what you're called to. But don't do it because you think you got to be better. You are enough. You're more than enough. You're magic. Unwind the legs. Take just a regular twist for a breath. And then come back to center. Readjust your prop if you need to. We'll extend that left leg out now. Sweep it out and in. And up to the sky. Keep the upper back on the earth. Keep the neck neutral. Don't let there ever be strain in your neck. Slowly bend the left knee. Bring the outer ankle to the right knee. Press open with the left hand and the left thigh. Right hand to the heart. Just breathe. First, second, and fourth chakras. Getting lots of attention, lots of love. With that steady breath. And this deep connection to ourselves. We clear and balance our sacred energy centers. Which brings us into a deeper experience of peace in this thing called life. Go ahead and shift the hips left, take the legs right, propping the left foot up on a block if you like. And you can just extend the arms here. I love the way reclined spinal twists support heart center, opening through the front side, really holding and supporting the back side of the heart. This is loving yourself, people. Deep connection, acceptance, self-compassion. Take your time to release. And then your choice, you can get rid of that bolster altogether. I'm going to take a few windshield wipers here too. Good way to finish things off. Or, so you could keep the bolster where it is, under the low back, or you can move it up. You'll notice I unrolled a bit, not quite as big of a roll. I'm going to put this under my upper back now, about at the base of the shoulder blades. So you got to kind of take your time to feel into it. Yep, feel it out. Arms can extend from heart center, feet can go wide, the knees bent, and then rest the thighs together. You might like to hang out there for Savasana, or you could extend the legs straight along the earth. And again, you don't have to have the prop. I really like both of these options of having a little bit of a roll at the lower back or at the upper back. Just melt. Maybe you want to keep that rhythm of deep, full breaths going, or maybe you want to let go of even working on the breath and just be. Little mantra as we finish here. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free. May all beings know that they are a source of happiness and freedom. May all our thoughts, words, and deeds be in alignment with love, with this knowing of our true nature of divineness. Acknowledge your sacred act, coming to your mat, practicing peace, healing for yourself, for that is a gift to others. Begin to move, stretch, wiggle, and patiently roll to one side, keeping your eyes closed, spending a breath or more there. You can always extend these practices. Pause the video, put on your favorite soulful music, stay in it. You are ready, come up to seated, completing our practice full circle back where we started. Reach up to the sky, pull prayer hands down into the heart in gratitude to yourself, my gratitude to you for being here. Aho, namaste, amen.